Hey guys, welcome back to my channel Blender Easy, and in today's video we are going to create this smooth looping animation inside of Blender without using any third-party add-on. And we are not even gonna use any geometry node, we will simply use keyframe animations. So if you're new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. So here we are in Blender, and now we will delete this light and we will delete this camera. The only thing we need over here is this. Okay, and after that we will go over here, we will go to the modifiers and we will go to the add modifier, and over here we are going to choose bevel. Okay, and let's increase the segment somewhere around like this. You can, in search option, you have to type bevel over here, then you will get this. Okay, like that. And if you want, then you can increase the amount a little bit like this. Okay, and let's increase the segments up to 10 maybe over here like that, so you will get proper something like this. Now let's go to the top view and we will go to the transform options over here, and location, let's make this 1 over here like this, and on y-axis I need 1. Similarly, select this, shift D to duplicate and simply click, and this time let's make this x location -1, so it will come over here. After that, select this, shift D, click, and this time let's change y location -1. Then after that, select this, shift D, click, and this time change the x location 1. So as you guys can see, we are getting this 4 cubes over here like this. Now let's go to the front view, select all of this, press S, Z, and let's scale it on this axis. But if you see, we are getting this weird stuff. So instead of that, we will simply select this, press tab, hold alt Z, select those points G, Z, and let's try to bring this up to X over here like this. So alt Z, so we are gonna get this kind of structure. Now after that, our bevel is ready. So what we can do, I can select this, I can go to the modifiers, and we are going to apply this bevel modifier. So simply go apply, choose apply. Also over here we have already applied, and also over here choose apply. Okay, now press shift A, go to the mesh, and we are going to add our torus. Go to the top view, go to the add torus options, and over here we have to increase the rotational segments somewhere around like this. Let's press shift A, mesh, and we will add our torus again like this. And don't change anything over here, but we will increase this minor radius value somewhere around like this, also major radius value somewhere around like this. Okay, then go to the front view over here, and let's try to increase this minor segment somewhere around like this. Then select this G, Z, and try to bring this somewhere in the middle of this like this. Okay, and this is going to be the cut. So now we will select this box over here like this, and let's go to the add modifier, and in search option you can type boolean, and in boolean we have to select this torus. Okay, and select this torus, and let's hide it from here like this. You can select this, right click, and choose shade smooth as well. Similarly, you can select this torus over here, right click, and choose shade smooth, but you will get this kind of structure. So what we can do, instead of that, let's shade flat. We will select this, we will go to the add modifier and choose generate over here, and we will add subdivision surface over here, and let's hide this. Okay, this looks good to me. Now let's select this, we will do same procedure, we will add a boolean, and we will choose our torus. Same procedure I'm gonna do for this. Go to the generate, add boolean, and choose torus. Same thing over here, go to the generate, boolean, and choose torus. And now after doing that, I'm going to select this, and all we need to do is simply apply this. Similarly over here, simply choose apply, also over here choose apply. Okay, so we are gonna get this kind of structure. Now let's save this file, and now we don't need this storage, so we will simply delete it. Now let's hide all of them so we can select our ball. So press shift a mesh and we are going to select our UV sphere over here. Right click and choose shade smooth, go to the top view and press Z and choose render view. Over here, or material preview you can choose. Go to the material, create one new material, double click, and as you guys know that I'm going to apply color code from Google, so I have this Google logo over here, and out of which you can choose any color you want. Over here, if you choose select, if you see this logo, we have 1 2 3 4 colors. So 4 colors are gonna be for our, sorry, for this 4 boxes. So for this you can choose different color as well. It's totally up to you. What I'm gonna do over here is I'm gonna select this over here, and I'm going to apply this blue color over here. So with the help of Photoshop, press I for picker and pick up this color. Double click to click on this, and you can copy this color code by hitting Ctrl C. I'll copy that color code, then go over here and I'm going to simply choose hex and over here paste that color. Similarly, press tab and over here I'm going to select this much portions over here like this, but press Z and choose solid view and hold Alt Z so you can see the transparency, and then you have to select this much portion so it will automatically select proper the half one, and then press Z and material preview. Then over here we are going to apply new color, new, double click and let's call it as white. Okay, and choose assign, and for this one we will apply blue color over here. And now for this blue metallic value we have to adjust to somewhere around, let's say 1, or let's say 0.2 maybe. Okay, and press Z, so we'll get something like this. After that, let's select this and let's enable our other boxes. Press Z, solid view, Alt Z, go over here, GZ and try to bring this over here. Go to the top view, Alt Z, or simply go to the wireframe mode by pressing Z and choose wireframe view. Over here, press S for scaling option and scale it like this. Press GX and try to bring this over here like this. GX, S for scaling option and scale it like this. Go to the front view, GZ, and try to bring this somewhere around over here like this. After that, select this, hit Ctrl A and choose scale, then hit Ctrl A and choose all transform like this. Also make sure to select this, press the solid view and go to the object, set origin and origin to center of mass. Okay, we have to apply this stuff to each and every one, so select all of this, set origin to center of mass. Okay, like this. Then after that I need one null object that is going to control the movement of this ball. So press shift A, empty, and we are going to select one plane axis, GZ, and try to bring this a little bit over here. Then I'm going to select this object first, and by holding shift I'm going to select this, Control P and choose object. So now this null object, this sphere is inside this null object, and this null object, we can we can change the rotation on Z axis. Okay, so let's go somewhere around at the start and let's create one keyframe on Z axis of this null object. So let's create one keyframe. I am gonna go somewhere around 120 frame and let's make this 360-degree rotation and create another keyframe. Okay, and also the time I'm going to choose 120 only. Okay, like this. Now first we will do our animation and then we will apply colors to it. Okay, like that. Or let's do one thing, we will apply color and lighting stuff, then we will try to do animation because it's quite lengthy. So let's try to do that. First of all, I need plane over here as well, so press shift A, go to the mesh and we will add one plane and press S and let's scale it totally like this. Go to the front view and make sure that it's touching ground properly. Okay, and now also we need one camera to focus on it, so press shift A, go to the camera and enable your camera. With the help of button 0, I can see this entire view through my camera. Press N on your keyboard to enable these options and check out camera to view, and let's zoom out our camera like this with the help of scrolling. Go to the camera options and let's make this focal length properly 200. Zoom out your camera and try to adjust the position of your camera somewhere around like this. I think this much looks good to me. Let's adjust it like this. Okay, like this. Okay, you can go to the camera and you can adjust the size of it somewhere around like this. Okay, this much looks good to me, like that. Now we need to adjust the position of our animations, so let's try to do that. Let's unlink this, zoom in over here like this, and let's enable this and let's save this file. Now let's go out of this camera view and now go to the top view, and press shift A, and I'm going to choose light and I'm going to choose area light, and let's increase the size of this light, G, and move this over here. Press R to rotate it like this. Go to the front view, R, rotate it like this, GZ, and try to bring this over here. Go to the top view, press R, and let's rotate it like this. Okay, and hit 0. Press Z and choose render view. Go to the render settings and make sure to choose Eevee. Select this area light and go to the light settings, and we are going to make this 1000. Let's see, nothing is happening, like this, something like this. So let's make this 5000 and let's see, we are getting this kind of structure. Let's go to the top view. I'm going to select this light, shift D, move this over here, press R, and let's rotate it like this. Select this too, shift D, move this over here, press R, and let's rotate it like this. Okay, G, and try to move this over here and hit 0. So we are getting this kind of stuff. And if I select this and if I check out this in cycles, go to the settings and choose denoise, I'm gonna get something like this. Now let's do one thing, out of which this light, let's hide some lights over here like this. Okay, so I'm going to select this light which is over here and over here, and these two lights I don't need that, so I'll delete those lights. So I need one light over here and one light over here only, specifically for this animation. Similarly, let's select this, go to the materials, and let's increase this metallic value somewhere around like 0 0.8 over here. Now let's select this, add a new material, and over here I'm going to pick up this green color and copy this color code. So Control C. Okay, create a new material, double click over here, simply paste this material and select delete this material. We will have this, and metallic value we will choose 0.8 like this. Similarly over here we will delete this material, we will apply new material. I'm going to pick up this yellow color, copy this, Control C. Okay, new material, 0.8. Select this, let's delete this, select this material, 0.8. For this one I'm going to select this blue color only, so let's apply this blue color. And for the bottom one, select this, go over here, create a new material, and metallic, let's choose 0.8 like this. Okay, so we will get something like this. Okay, so now if you want, you can press shift A, light, and you can choose 1 point light. Press GZ and try to bring this 1 point light over here, and you can select this point light and you can increase the value of this to somewhere around like 100 and change the color of this one to yellow. Okay, so we are gonna get something like this over here. Or you can select this light and you can increase the amount of this light somewhere around 800 over here. Similarly, select this white color, also choose 0.8. Okay, so we will get something like this. Or yeah, this looks good to me. Now our rendering portion is ready, so now we can go and shift toward our animation process. So let's try to do that. if you want, you can select this light, shift D, and bring one light from this side as well. So okay, and let's see how does it looks. We'll get this kind of look over here like this. So let's decrease the amount of this light over here, and if you want, you can choose different color from that side. Like I'm going to select this kind of purple color from this side. And for this material, let's delete just minimize this white color and choose proper complete white color for this. Okay, so this kind of light setup we need for this one. Okay, like that. So this portion is ready, and now we have to move towards our animation process. So let's go and select this Eevee. Okay, let's save this, press Z, and we will choose solid view, and we will hit 0 to get out of our view. Now we need to do animation. Now we all have already did the one animation for this empty. So if you hit play, we are getting this kind of stuff, but this one is in a ease format. I don't want anything like that. So right click, go to the key interpolation key for key mode and choose linear. So we will get something like this. Now along with that, this should also rotate. So press Z and choose material preview, and I want this ball should also rotate. So it should rotate it on x-axis. So create one keyframe at x, go over here, let's make this minus 360 into 6 and create another keyframe. Right click, keyframe interpolation mode, and choose linear. So now what will happen, along with this, it's going to rotate it on this. I think the 6 is too much, so let's make this minus 360 into 4 and create another keyframe. Okay, so if you see, we will get something like this. Okay, over here. Now along with this, I need animation for this one, so let's try to do that. So initially this should be at this point only, but it should also change its position. Okay, but if you see over here, the position of this is quite messed up. So what you can do, you can select this, hit Ctrl A, and make choose sure to choose all transform. Again hit Ctrl A, choose all transform for each and every one. So all the values are gonna be 0 0 0. So now it would be easy for us to animate. So let's select this, and we can rotate it, move the animation on x-axis like that. Okay, so create one keyframe on x-axis over here, go to 30 seconds, let's make this 1. Okay, and create another keyframe. Okay, so let's go over here, and at this point, which means at 90 seconds, this should come over here, which means at 60 frame seconds, I'm going to create one keyframe, and at 90 seconds, I mean 90 frame, I'm going to make it 0 again, and I'll create another keyframe. So if I see this animation now over here, I'll get this first, and at this point this will get over here. Okay, so we will get this animation is done. Similarly, at this point, which means at 30 frames, this animation should also go over here. So create one keyframe on rotate y position, go to 60 frame, it should go to the 1, create another keyframe like that. Okay, like this. Okay, so initially at this point it should be over here, but at this point, I mean at 90, we will create one keyframe, and at 120 it should be 0 and create another keyframe like this. So if we see, it's going outwards. Same procedure for this yellow one. Now at this point, this yellow one should be over here, like 30 frames over here. So let's select this, and we can rotate, move this on x-axis. So let's create one keyframe, and initially at this point it should be outward. So let's make this -1 and create one keyframe. Okay, so when this animation goes somewhere around at this point, create one keyframe, go to 90 frame, let's make this -1 and create another keyframe. Okay, like this. Now the only thing remaining is this red one, so let's try to focus on that. Whenever this point gonna come at 60, let's select this red one, and we need to create one keyframe at y, and somewhere around at 30 frame, this should go on -1 and create another keyframe. Okay, so it will come over here like this, and at 90 frame I'm going to select this, create one keyframe at Y, and at this point it should go -1, create another keyframe like this. Okay, so if I hit 0 and if I see this animation now, I'll get this animation somewhere around like this. Okay, and if you press Z render, and in cycles we will get this animation something like this over here. So this is how you will get this animation in the form of loop.